Remember that lab equipment is Communist Party property. Damaging, misappropriating, or handing said equipment over to third parties constitutes a crime against the party and is punishable by law.
Boilers look like they're about to blow. What the hell are we supposed to do? The boilers look like they're about to blow. What the hell are we supposed to do?
I have no data. I've never been here before.
Okay. I'll deal with it. The boiler's too hot to touch. I need to find a way to cool it off from the inside. I've seen that stuff before. It's cryogenic, right?
Indeed it is. That is a Fahrenheit, a candle filled with cryopolymer. It's designed to reduce temperatures and equalize pressure in high-temperature furnaces.
I'll try getting them into the boilers.
Attention. All staff members who received SIN-21 and SIN-22 notices are to report to social control for regular weekly check-ins.
Okay, I found the opening. How do I get into the pipe? What do I do now? Lug this shit to the boiler myself?
your left.
Gee, are you sure? It's a good thing the pipe's opening's in the next room, and not over by the birch tree. Okay, second one's all set. Who the hell came up with all this shit? I'm sick to death of shoving balls into tubes.
We're doing this so we can leave the Vavilov complex.
Why can't I just, I don't know, walk out a regular door?
I'm afraid only an irregular door is available.
Comrade Major, have you found Dr. Filatova yet?
The one who helped Petrov butcher hundreds of people? No. She's still crawling around somewhere.
I emphasize that Dr. Filatova must not be hurt. If her life is threatened, you must come to her defense.
What? Rescue the bitch whose fault it is I'm wading knee-deep in gore? What the fuck?
Traitor Petrov used Dr. Filatova without her knowledge. She had no inkling of his true intentions. I mean, the viciousness of this homicidal maniac. Her guilt must be established by a court of law.
Too good for her.
She deserves no less. Dr. Filatova is a renowned neurosurgeon. Dr. Sechenov entrusted her with a collective research that connected both humans and robots. She must not be hurt. Did I make myself clear, Comrade Major?
I'll keep it in mind.
Saving data.
What's the hot workshop used for?
Heat-resistant polymers are made here. But most of the research is dedicated to the cultivation of heat-resistant flora.
Nice.
The polymers here are enriched with essential oils from Cacticus cereris, a cactus. The polymers make it possible to cultivate groups of plants that are adapted to high temperatures.
Do they want to make the desert greener or something?
Something like that. They plan to terraform Mars.
Information will be prosecuted.
Find these either along its central axis or on the inside.
Access granted. Access granted. Access granted.
Saving data.
extra minute spent at lunch is a minute stolen from the people. Remember that illicit possession and dissemination of experimental data constitutes a crime against the Communist Party and is punishable by capital punishment.
Everything here seems pretty cut and dry. We should head back before something fucked up happens. What do we know about Petrov's girlfriend, Charles?
Are you referring to Dr. Filatova?
That's what I said. Did the cat get your tongue? Do you know her?
Dr. Larissa Filatova, MD, has worked with Dr. Sechenov for many years. She's a talented neurosurgeon and was Comrade Zaharov's student and assistant. She continued the professor's work after he died. But she is now a criminal and a traitor to the motherland.
Understood. It's too bad. She's kinda cute.
Remember that all employees are to refrain from discussing their work with family members.
Please select the desired procedure.
Saving data.
Please select the desired procedure.
There we go. Look at her bloom. What a beauty.
Photosynthesis has begun. The tree's condition is improving rapidly.
Employee number 403267A, convicted of the unauthorized distribution of confidential data, is ordered to report to social control immediately.
Lunar polymer canister connected.
The tree, it's glowing. It's beautiful.
The preliminary power generation phase has begun.
Attention, distribution center employees. Access to the right wing of the complex is now available.
The door's locked.
We won't be able to open it without power. It's too bad how it all ended up. No one ever thought something like this could happen. It was always going to the stars, the bright future that awaits us. Now all I can do is lie here and think about it all.
How long ago did the robots attack?
To be honest, I haven't been very good at keeping track of time. But it must have been quite a while ago, at least a few days.
How did you end up in the corridor?
I was the first one they did in. Lab Tech 42 did it. I went to get some coffee, and it grabbed me by the neck and snapped it. Right here.
Can you tell me anything? How did this all get started?
It was quick, unexpected, and very bloody. You're lucky, you know. There are only a few robots here now. The first day, the place was swarming with them. Every corridor had someone screaming, or dying, or both.
And where did the robots go?
How should I know? All over the facility, I guess. I assume they went through those tunnels. A few of them got stopped or taken out. And I guess the rest are probably still out there, waiting for you.
You seem pretty calm about this.
Why shouldn't I be? I had my fill of screaming when it all went down. I freaked out, swore, saw terrified, dying people. Funny thing is, what scared them most wasn't the robots that were butchering them. It was seeing me dead and talking.
Why do you think that is?
Because it's a damn scary thing to be talking to a dead man. Ah, you mean why I'm talking? I've no idea. I'm not even sure I'm happy about it. It doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I gotta run.
All right, see you.
Number 704557A, number 90744K.
This has got to be some kind of mistake. Sechenov should have foreseen this. He must have. I'm sure of it.
Please hand over all equipment to a supervisor.
It's got to be a mistake.
Repeat.
What else could it be? We were dreaming of going to the stars, working for the greater good. Oh no, this. What a shame.
Authorization. Major Nechayev, codename P3. Access granted. So, what will it be, Major? Weapons or abilities?
Saving data.
secure at all times.
What's this crap?
Sprouts were designed as highly efficient feed for large livestock. But there's something wrong with this sprout.
A killer chicken. Now I've seen it all.
Attracting their attention is not advised.
Too late.
rescue team, finally. You cannot help me, but there are still people alive here. Say, you certainly took your sweet time, didn't you?
No, I'm not the rescue team. More like a vanguard.
Well, I'll be damned. Plenty of time has passed, but there's still no alarm. No army coming to the rescue.
Did you see how all this got started? Can you tell me about it?
I don't want to, but I certainly can. The machines didn't attack right away. They sort of spread throughout the facility at first, so they could attack all at once themselves behind people's backs. Most of my colleagues died right at their workstations. What scared me most wasn't the killing, but the way they slowly walked towards the humans. It was kind of like gym class, when they tell you to split up into pairs.
How long ago did you die?
I don't remember, but I stayed alive longer than most. The machines couldn't get to where I was, since there was no way in. There was shooting, and then hoses started coming out of everywhere. Most people died in the first couple of seconds. Very quickly. The robots either smashed their heads in or snapped their necks, like popping the caps off soda bottles. We took to our heels, but then a lab tech grabbed Comrade Afanasiev. There was a soldier around who tried to stop them, but he just had time to say, "Oh." That's where I sort of stopped being scared and charged the robot. The last thing I remember is being dead.
I'm sorry. We're gonna take those motherfuckers down.
You can't blame the machines. Humans did this. Doesn't look like an accident to me. It'd take months to plan something like this.
Okay. They'll send someone for you once this is all over.
Frankly, it won't make much difference to me. Better make sure this contagion or whatever's wrong with the robots doesn't spread to the other complexes.
Congratulations on your promotion, Comrade Zolotukhin. Deputy Director of the Vavilov Complex is a very important position. Right now, our primary goal is to provide the Soviet people with sustenance, which requires great attention. But very, very soon, mankind's first steps into outer space will begin right here as well. As an outstanding botanist, you will be tasked with overseeing the creation of entire systems of plants designed to terraform the surfaces of other worlds. Comrade Sechenov and I had a talk earlier, and we're both delighted that you have joined our team. You see, Vic, we do not just want to plant corn on the moon. We want to take a bite of a bigger apple on Mars.
I've got a personal request for you, Vic. The Pavlov complex is in the middle of a big polymer study right now, and humdrum though it may seem, they're short of testing sites. Could you do me a favor and put a small department off in a remote wing somewhere? They just need to observe how animals behave in a polymer soup. It's top secret, of course, but just about everything in your complex is top secret, isn't it? Pavlov will start sending you the polymer in vats first. We'll build a pipeline just as soon as the Ministry of Finance approves it. Thank you in advance.
Comrade Zolotukhin, my dear colleague, we haven't really had a chance to get acquainted yet, but I assure you, if you attend our theater under my guidance, you'll never forget the name Lastoshkin. I've got a little favor to ask you. Could you send us a few of those fascinating flowers of yours? The theater just isn't green enough, and it could use a little more exoticism, if you catch my drift. A little bird told me you've got some creeping bushes now. I'd love to have a dozen of those to wow my VIPs with. I'll make it worth your while, of course. Sincerely yours, Stepan Lastoshkin.
Ooh, cold. What's with this place?
Its purpose is to study how living things can survive in a vacuum.
So it's for planting crops on the moon and stuff?
Among other things, yes. The research conducted here applies to a wide range of subjects, from primitive single-celled plant life to livestock and other animals.
New applications can now be submitted for non-working weekend days. Medium to high social credit employees only.
That's some neat fish you've got in that aquarium.
property of the Communist Party and may not be appropriated.
What a goddamn clusterfuck.
Greetings, Valentin Demyanovich.
Who? Me?
The computer mistook you for the head of this laboratory.
Reminder, it is time for you to take your blood pressure medication. Playing an excerpt from an automated recording...
Hope I didn't get anything mixed up.
Yes, it's much better. Opera is doing wonders for me. Definitely. So, on with my log. Day 783. Where was I? Ah, yes. At first, it was extremely difficult for me not to pay any attention to this circle of life, as they call it. But then I realized there's something of an art form to it. A circle of life, indeed. Why did they even have to invent a name like that? Their superiors think that propaganda increases productivity. So to them, their employees are nothing but mindless swine, like these animals. Well, this isn't killing, it's just maintaining the circle of life. You know what, Oliver? Even if we are just swine, who gave us the right to mistreat
It's spinning.
other swine? Right?
I should do the trick.
I'm awfully sorry for you. I truly am. God knows it's true. You died.
Yeah, the handle's attached.
I'm even thinking about building you a memorial. I promise, I will. Sometimes I think that when put to classical music, the convulsions themselves become a kind of dance of death. After all, new pigs keep being born, and yet the same pig keeps on dying. It can't be right. Or can it? To hell with it. I should ask to be transferred to another department, if only temporarily. No, keep your claws off that. Not this recording. Oh, okay, I'll switch it off.
Did I just kill all of them?
It's standard to the manufacturing process. It's where the polymer's organic components come from.
Repeat. If you have an appointment, please contact the testing center.
This is the proving ground for some of the most cutting-edge scientific experiments in the world. Here, living...
Saving data.
Solution enriched with special anaerobic cultures so they can adapt to alternative sources of oxygen. Their lungs are filled with polymers that keep them alive and ensure vital functions. Source material for the operation of the Pavlov complex is assessed, analyzed, and processed. The resulting material is then transported by specially constructed sterile pipelines to their intended destination. Since its function effectively makes this department part of the Pavlov complex, details of its operations and the conditions in which
It's huge. I've never seen so many planters in one place before.
This is where they grow the plants